Bam, bam, bam. We are back, y'all. I know the camera cut out on me. It probably cut out on me midway. I do not quite know what's it called? Wow. I don't quite know like what word it cut me off on, but of course it cut me out, right? But let me turn the camera around. It's in the centerfold. We ain't in the road. I don't, y'all listen. I hope I feel like when I watch the content back, right? Like I'm dancing, right? But I feel like the music is a little too low. I hope it's not though. But big shout outs to, I keep shouting out everybody, all right? But yo, big shout outs to Cali from the D, all right? Awesome battle rapper, all right? I don't quite listen to his music often, but you know, also he does make some pretty bomb ass music. Oh, this just makes sure yo, listen, I was about to be mad as hell if the camera wasn't recording. But anyway, let's go ahead and get back to what we was talking about, right? So, like y'all, picking up immediately from where we left off. Again, CSA, they just within these past past 2-3 weeks, they had their CSA week and they had a number of events, and they had CSA game night. That was one of the ones that was pretty notable to me, and even a highlight within that was what's it called? We played. Yo, another event just came to my mind, but I'm not going you know, go off on a tangent. But we played Mafia, and y'all, I'll explain like a little bit. When I talk about ALSA, all right, aka the Afro Latinx Student Association, FSU, big shout outs to them. When I talk about them, that's when I'll talk about the specific rules or whatever, the Mafia, for people who don't know about Mafia. But like something crazy, this was like the final play, right? So like when the moderator was asking, because I was the doctor, fortunately, right? Fortunately for me, I was the doctor. They asked me who to save, and when initially I pointed to somebody, but somebody who had died earlier, like sort of kind of like they kept their eyes open, right? Because of course there's periods where you have to, you know, close your eyes and keep your eyes open, and for the people who died, they don't have to close their eyes because, you know, they're spectating, so, and they can't really say anything. But somebody spectating, like when I pointed to somebody, like they said something like, "Oh really?" Or I'm not gonna, no, they didn't say "Oh really," but they said something like, and it made me like doubt. I reconsidered. I'm not gonna say doubt it. I reconsidered my option. I was like, "What the wait? What?" Like I was like it's like the way like she said something, and I was like, "Oh shit, that's a Mafia." Fuck that. I'm gonna save the person to the right. Alright? Okay, cool. So thinking that, you know, I was slick, right? And then we wake up and then we end the game. Here's what happened. So the person who I initially saved on the final go around was the detective. The detective, well, I'm not gonna say obviously they had to have thought that I was the Mafia, which is, y'all, here's the thing though, I don't think people are smart. I don't mean to come for nobody. I don't think people are smart when they play Mafia. I'll get to why. But she thought that I was the Mafia, right? So, you know, she, of course, you know, and of course, had we have gotten to play, well, no, because obviously, I mean, shoot, she knows that I'm not Mafia. I don't know what she would have done. But anyway, what had happened was, like, she questioned, like, during the round where only the detective is awake, she asked the moderator if I was the Mafia. Of course I wasn't. And then I pointed at the detective, basically to save the detective. Luckily, the detective didn't get killed, and neither did I. Actually, no, we didn't even get to the discussion part. But yeah, no, luckily nothing happened to us, right? I was going to save the detective, right? But because one of the like one of the spectators had said something. I can't tell you again what they said. I forgot, but they said or did something, and I was like, fuck no. I'm gonna save the person to the next of them, right? And the person who I ended up saving was the mafia. And so I was like, oh shit. And then I think this detail might be a little off. And then I could have swore the person who I then saved then killed the person next to me on my left-handed side. And then not only that, the person to the right of me was also mafia. So I was like, oh shit. And so like it's crazy. It's pandemonium. It's madness going on, but damn, that could have been bad, bro. But let me explain why I think people are silly. Because, right? Well, yo, I'm gonna say I'm a fucking guru when it comes to mafia. But anyway, right? Here's the thing, because the mafia people, like I've seen mafia be played out on YouTube by like gamers or whatever, and I've also seen mafia played out in person. Mafia played out on, you know, on YouTube. Sometimes whoever it is that's mafia, they might be vocal. Sometimes they may be not. I say maybe not. Yeah, no, they may not be vocal. As far as like playing in person, of the times that I've played, mafia is almost never vocal. So the fact, and here's the thing, everybody always falls for the same trap. Everybody wants to get rid of the most vocal people, and of course just because it's like, oh, the most vocal people, they gotta be, they gotta be, you know, the bad guy. But I don't know, like people haven't watched enough movies, people haven't taken notes on enough TV shows or whatever. Almost a lot of times, the way that it's all scripted, like, and here's the thing though, right? Because of course the TV directors or whatever, they script things a certain kind of way, but a lot of things is a reflection of life. Right? So in the TV shows and the movies, of course, whenever you think, and now, okay, a specific example is coming to mind, but I won't talk about the example. But whenever you think, oh, this is the big badass or whatever, right? A lot of the times there comes a point in time later in the show or later in the movie where it's like, oh shit, this person was a pawn. This is the real bad person who was hiding the whole time, hiding in quiet, basically, you know, non-visible this entire time, right? And I'm trying to think. Wow, geez, I just like that, I lost my train of thought. But, like, yeah, no, and so basically, just in translation to like our particular game, the people who were mafia was all the people who were quiet, all the people who hadn't said a word the entire, well, except for the person to the right of me, were all people who hadn't said much of anything the entire time. So people got to keep that in mind. I don't think people know what the fuck they're doing. But anyway, nonetheless, though, big shout outs to CSA, all right? Because, again, that was still a fun time. That was still a blast. And it was almost, I'll say, then not only that, they followed it up on on that Wednesday of Manhunt, all right? And, of course, Manhunt is also another staple within the organization. Y'all, nobody won. Nobody won. That's all I'm going to say. Nobody won. And that's not to say that nobody made it on base. Allow me to shout out names. Big shout outs to Efner and big shout outs to Natalie. Those are the membership chairs for the Caribbean Students Association. And they were the ones essentially in charge of running that game. Alright? And basically the way to win, or like the way to score points, is that it's not however many people make it to base. It's you need a majority of your team on base, which fucking sucks, by the way, all right? Which sucks. Well, again, big shout outs to the membership chairs for again, that was still one hell of a time. It was still awesome, but that fucking sucks because, one, like, and this I don't know if this is a change. No, it's not a change, because there's a reason why I got barefoot playing this Manhunt this past time, right? Just because I reverted to something that I knew back when I was younger. it's something about these shoes. I don't give a fuck what it is. I don't care if it's tennis shoes. I don't care what kind of sneakers it is. I don't care if it's basketball sneakers, running shoes. I don't care what it is. You cannot. They're just not fit for running. Like they're not fit. Like if listen, I'm gonna say this. If we got money for every time somebody slipped and bust their ass that night, bro, listen, we'd all be out of student debt. We'd all be out of student debt, bro. Like that's how many times people slipped, fell, and all that other sort of jazz, right? So that's it. That in itself is something, and not only that, it's just fucking tough, man. All right, cause we like on both sides we defended. we both did a good job of defending the paint, defending the base. Both teams did a good job. Now, granted, if you ask somebody who was there, they might on either side they might be like, yo. They were guarding inside the base. They were standing inside the base. Too many people in the whatever. Both teams did it, and then there were also times where like both teams had a reasonable number of people inside the base. Both teams, I'll just say, played awesome defense. We had a lot of fast people out. Well, I'm not gonna say a lot of fast people. A number of fast people. A number of people who knew how to fucking move their bodies or whatever to basically prevent people from scoring. All right. And I'll say this. I got tagged a couple times. I did a couple. You know, I was doing some of the tagging too. All right. Of course, y'all got me bent if y'all think I'm gonna play and get tagged out, but I ain't gonna play no defense on anything, whether it's football, basketball, whatever, man. Shit, I'm a nitty-gritty kind of guy. So defense is one of my main things, bro. I'm getting down in the dirt trying to do that shit. All right. But yeah. Nonetheless, I'm trying to think what was. Again, a lot of people slipped and fell. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I tried to strike it early. I hit close to the base, and then as soon as they got through counting, I tried to run. This was the second time that I did this when we played Manhunt. Like as it pertains to CSA, like every time I always get close, but I had my shoes on, so I couldn't cut or I couldn't do. I tried to cut, and both times I slipped and fell. And of course, bam, jail. I was mad as fuck. I was mad. I think total for both teams as a unit, granted, there had to be at least 30 of us out there. I'd say we had, even if we were going by like every time somebody scores, it's an individual point. Even by that metric, the score, like no team got higher than 8. But but if we did go by that metric, we did win. And not only that, I'm gonna say this, my team, our leader, his name was Aaron. Big shout outs to Aaron. I believe also big shout outs to Aaron and Tova, because they are the organization's members of the, I don't quite remember. They're either the members of the month or members of the semester. It's one of those two. But yeah, big shout outs to them again, Aaron and Tova. Let's see. What's up though? No. Aaron led us. Aaron did his thing. Man, I'm gonna call that boy Aaron Rodgers, man. That's my dog, Aaron Rodgers. But I'm trying to think though. But yeah, not only that shit, we had a little less people. It seemed like, right? When we were deciding who was on whose team, a couple people from our team left our shit and went to the other team. That's definitely what happened, because we did not have as many people by the time, both teams had to split up and, we had to play hide and go seek. But, it's whatever. Let me see how much time I got, though. Okay, not bad. I got about 15 minutes. Now, let's go ahead and spend some time talking about all these other events, right? I don't quite know if I talked about this in the last vlog. I don't even know when the fuck I came out with the last vlog. Excuse me. But big shout outs to the fraternities and sororities just within the Hispanic Latinx Student Union at FSU again. All right, because not too long ago they also had their. I'm not quite sure if this is the name because I don't quite know what a probate is. But yeah, they basically had it was an event where the new members of the fraternities and sororities they got inducted and they became a part of those brotherhoods and sisterhoods. Now I don't quite, and this is on me, I need to, because I've been tapping in with a lot of the a lot of the organizations within, again, HLSU, but I have not made my way to the sororities and I need to do that. But what I will say is this: big shout outs to, big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to all those wonderful ladies. Again, the ladies that are already within those organizations, within those sororities, and then the ladies who newly became, sisters within those sororities. And also big shout outs to, because I know because I spent some time, although I wasn't able to get tapped in with the sororities, I was able to get tapped in with the fraternities. So big shout outs to the betas and big shout outs to the Phiotas. All right, and also I'll say this: the betas, they like everybody did their, well, damn, I don't quite know, because I popped up. I was like picking up something. I was picking up some things from CVS, so I was only able to catch the betas. What's it called? Their performance. But yo, they fuck it. It was very long. But nonetheless, though, it was well worth it. Big shout outs to all those, and it was 3 gentlemen who held it down for the fraternity. All right, so big shout outs to that fraternity. Again, big shout outs to all fraternities and sororities involved, again, underneath the union and basically involved with that particular event. Y'all put on one hell of a show. All right. And let's see what else though, because that was earlier, that was the event that came to my mind. But I will also say, because of course I took some notes, right? Damn, yo, I hope that I shouted out. I'm gonna shout this out anyway. It might be a little brief because I am uncertain as to whether or not I already talked about it within a previous vlog. But the Asian American Student Union, they also, I don't know if it was within the past 3 weeks. It might have, but it wasn't too long ago. It had to be within the past 4 or 5 weeks. They also had their I'm trying to think though. They definitely had their week, and my fault, just because there's a boatload of stuff going on. I was only really able to catch their Monday night market, in which, bro, I really have to keep a dictionary to upgrade my diction, and really whenever some adjectives, I need to be able to pull that shit out. But that was also another good event. Again, big shout outs to the Asian American Student Union, and big shout outs to all those organizations that was involved. Again, I may not be able to shout them all out, but big shout outs to the Vietnamese Student Association, the Chinese American Student Organization. I'm trying to think who else. The Filipino Student Association. A lot of people, there's a lot of unions, or not unions, there's a lot of associations and organizations that to me, like right now, my mind is drawing a blank. But again, big shout outs to all those, to anybody involved. All right, because there was also a number of performances. Like I know that there was one group that I learned about called Soul System, and it was like SEOUL, like it was a Korean based dancing group. And yo, they like, okay. Allow me to say this again. Everybody did their thing. Please, nobody get angry. But yo, I feel like they were definitely a highlight of that of the night market, because like yo, they got on that stage and they fucking they danced, man. And to me, I'm not gonna hold you. I was rocking. They had their dance. They had two parts to their dances, right? I felt like they killed their first part, but then they play, bro. Listen, they had me. They in the second. Guess what song they played, y'all? I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play it. Right? Where's that? Hurry up! Yo, and it went right to it. Guess what song they played, y'all? Couple racks, ayy. That's a fact, ayy. Oh damn, I was too early on that. Okay, but anyway, maybe it's not my song, y'all. Then I went did it again, yeah. Okay, but anyway, right? They played that song, and then like just when I thought they were about to play it cool, they were still climbing up. It seemed like they climbed up, and then when they played that song, they fucking just took off. They just I don't know. Y'all get the trajectory. They rose even further than what they already did. All right, so big shout outs to Soul System for that. And let's see what else. What's up? Let me see. Hold up. Let me see how much time I got. Of course, fuck it, y'all. I'm going to have to come out with a part 3. All right. But anyway, I will say big shout outs to who else? The Afro Latinx Student Association, because yo, well, I'm not gonna say drum roll. This isn't a grand reveal, but yo, they what's it called? Just this past week, I believe it was on, damn, I want to say Thursday. Yeah, it was definitely Thursday, because I remember doing the Throwback Thursday videos just before I ended up leaving for their events. But they had a bingo night, right? And I ended up coming a little bit late, so I missed a little bit of the festivities. They had an interesting twist to bingo, and I must say again, big shout outs to the Afro Latinx Student Association, because y'all did it a little different. And not only that, shit, I wish I brought, like, I know that like they already had their stuff. Like, I also have bingo. Oh, hold on, let me grab it. Right? I also have bingo too, right? So I wish like I'd have known about it, so that I could have helped out at least a little bit. I could have gave them, you know, some of my, you know, resources or whatever, right? But anyway, I'm trying to think, like, basically it was they combined bingo with a little bit of Kahoot, and more so like if you got a question right on Kahoot, then you like it equated to basically like, well, one, you had to, in order for you to put anything on your bingo plate, you have to like get a question right. And the questions were tailored to Alsa, so you know, I mean, it shouldn't be. Now, okay, this is on me, all right, because yo, I be all over the place or whatever. I'm not quite tapped in all the way. Well, I am tapped in Alsa, but like, I guess not fully linked in, because like, yo, I'm not even, I pull up to their events, but like, I'm not in their group chat, and I don't quite know, what's it called, all about, like, all the finer details about their e-board. And guess what? The fucking quiz was about, of course it was about the organization, but it was also about their their e-board members. So I was like, oh shit. Like, there was like one question where it was like, yo, so like, how many people on our board are, like, it was like something like Puerto Rican and Haitian, and I was like, oh shit, damn, fuck. And the options were like 4, but now granted, I think they got about, like, I don't know, somewhere between 8 to 12, no, not 12. They got somewhere between 8 to 10 people on their e-board. Now, and I was like, oh fuck. The options were 4, no, like, it was like 5, 6, 7, and 8, and I was like, I really don't know. Damn. I'm at a loss for it. I'm done. I'm done. I'm gonna just take an educated guess. But nonetheless, yeah. Basically, if you got a question right, then you know it equated to you being able to not only put and my fault for spitting so much, not only put a bingo piece on on the bingo card, but also like it was like a certain area. It was only like a certain area that you could put it in as well. So you know, it added a certain stipulation to the game, and I really appreciated it. And then I also after that, they provided food and drinks. All right, so you know what, they always got our backs with that. All right, just as many of these organizations, and not only that, but what else? What else did they do? Oh yeah, we also played Uno after. My fault, y'all, for drawing all these blanks. All right, listen, man, shit, hell, I probably been on rest for too long. But yo, we played some Uno after. You know, your boy got the Uno cards on deck. All right, and damn it, I didn't win. Fuck, I didn't win. But I came close. And when we got on the truck, cause listen, there's three guarantees in life. Death, taxes, and you can always bet that whenever we play Uno, there will always be a skip or a draw 2/draw 4 train. Those are the guarantees of life. And I am just very glad, thank the Lord. The Lord keep blessing me because like the Lord gives me, bro, listen, the Lord give me a draw 2 and a draw 4 in every hand. So I'm straight. So let somebody hit me with something. I'm gonna do it smooth. I'm gonna be like, bruh, I'm gonna be like, bruh, man, y'all ain't shit, bro. I'm gonna pick these cards up. Psych, they call me playing B in the streets. Bam! And you know what? We passing it on to the next person. All right. But yeah, that was also a good time. Thank you so much again. Wow, listen, let me stop saying everybody's like seem like their government names. Big shout outs to Alsa. Thank y'all so much for that one. And I will also say, let me see how much time I have though. Damn it! Shit. Okay. Y'all, man, I could just keep going on for so much, but you know what? I guess this is the consequence of me not doing the vlogs on time like I should have been. That's on me. Again, my apologies for that. But the last thing I will say, well, like just shouting out. Well, actually, no. I'll be shouting out some more people. Probably in the last short clip that I have or whatever on the card left. But let's see. Oh yes, that's what it is. So big shout outs to the Black Student Union, all right, because yo, they hosted a number of events, and 2 events that they had for us. I don't know why I held up 3 fingers, my fault. 2 events that they had for us. They had the speed friending date. I think a speed friending event. Yeah, my fault. I threw that word date in there and it threw me off. It threw me for a loop. But yeah, they had speed friending. They had a speed friending event, and they also had the melanated market. They had a melanated market event, very similar to the what's it called? The night market that the Asian American Student Union had. All right. But yeah, no, I'll say, because yo, let me speak on both of these events. They were both very awesome. I'll say I really enjoyed, of course, the speed friending because I got to meet a number of people. I got to share, you know, again, of course, man, listen, every time I introduce myself or whatever, I hit them with the, hey man, it's Zachariah White, a.k.a. Big Daddy Drip. So I got to talk a little bit about that. Got to talk a little bit about my YouTube channel, basically my educational goals, my career goals, and not only that, I got to learn, you know, what the educational and career goals of a couple other people are. So and that's always, listen, it's always nice. I feel like, I don't know, as college students or just as people just living life, I feel like we're all candles or whatever, and it's always nice being around, you know, people who still have their flames lit. So big shout outs to BSU for basically organizing and having that out for us. And then not only that, they had Melanated Market, which was also another fun event. And not only that, but Mr. and Mrs. BSU, big shout outs to those individuals because they were also crowned at that particular event. And I'm trying to think as far as, because there was a number of different vendors that were there present, offering a number of goods, services, not only goods and services, valuable goods and services. And I will say, big shout outs to this person. Now granted, I don't know how many people are going to see this, but big shout outs to Jala. All right, yo, big shout outs to her. I know, like, I just sat down and talked with her a little bit. Now, yo, she's into, listen, she's a spiritual savant. Do I quite know of, I gotta keep it a buck.